Down, down, down into the sparkling waters of the Neversea, a magical kingdom is waiting for you. In a peaceful cove filled with glowing coral lives a very special mermaid, Princess Marina. With her long, dark hair and shimmering twilight tail, Marina is the guardian of the sea. It's her joy to make sure every creature is safe and happy in guiding lost turtles and singing softly to the clams. She always wears the Magical Mermaid Necklace, a simple string of pink pearls holding a single glowing gem. This gem carries the heart of the Neversea's magic. Its warm, steady light is a sign that the kingdom is calm, protected, and full of happiness. With it, Marina protects the home she loves so much. But high above the waves, not everyone loved the necklace for its goodness. On the deck of a rickety ship stood the greediest pirate in all of Neverland, Captain Hook. He peered through his spyglass into the clear blue water, and a greedy glimmer lit up his eye. He had spotted the soft, pulsing light from deep below. "Smee!" he bellowed. "Look, down there, in the deep. It's treasure, and I, Captain Hook, must have it." Hook didn't know it was a magical necklace belonging to Princess Marina. He only saw something shiny, and he wanted it. As the sun began to set, the greedy captain started hatching a sneaky plan to steal it for himself. As twilight painted the sky, the Neversea began to glow even brighter. This was Marina's favorite time of day. She swam gracefully through her cove, her necklace pulsing with a soft, rhythmic light, while she sang a gentle song. Glowing plankton danced around her, and she smiled as she passed a family of sleeping clownfish. Then, a dark shadow fell over the cove. The little fish scattered in fear. Marina stopped singing and looked up. A heavy clanking sound echoed through the water, followed by a loud splash. A giant rusty anchor crashed into her coral garden. Sea fan branches snapped. Sand and silt burst upward, turning the clear water murky. Dangling from the anchor chain, trapped inside a large, leaky diving barrel, and was Captain Hook. "Oof, Smee, you codfish, or aren't you dropped me in too fast?" Hook grumbled, his voice muffled by the water. He wiped the glass and squinted out. "Where is it? Where is that glittering prize?" Mr. Smee's worried face appeared over the side of the Jolly Roger. "Be careful, Captain. It looks deep down there." Marina slipped behind a curtain of sea kelp. Her worry turned to alarm when she saw Hook staring straight at the glowing gem on her chest. "Aha!" Hook shouted. "There it is! A mermaid with a magical glowing necklace. It will be the finest prize in my collection." He thrust his long metal hook through a hole in the barrel. It moved clumsily in the water, and Marina easily dodged it. "Give me that glittering prize!" Hook roared, thrashing wildly. He lunged again, but the awkward barrel only spun in circles. Even a clumsy pirate can cause damage. His flailing hook tore sea plants from the seabed. The heavy barrel crushed soft sea sponges. Marina looked down at her necklace. Its warm glow was flickering, growing dimmer with every reckless strike. The gentle peace of the Neversea was broken, and Marina knew one thing. He would not give up. She would need help to stop him. With a heavy heart, Marina watched as Captain Hook was clumsily hoisted back onto his ship. The Jolly Roger sailed away, leaving broken coral and a frightened silence behind. The water remained cloudy. The happy sounds of the ocean were gone. Her gaze dropped to her necklace. The gem that once shone so brightly now held only a faint, sorrowful glimmer. But Marina was brave. She would not let her home be destroyed. She couldn't face Hook alone, but she had brave, clever friends above the waves. Friends who knew exactly how to deal with Captain Hook. A new determination filled her heart. She had to find Jake and the Neverland pirates. I'll be back, she whispered to the hiding fish. I promise. With a powerful swish of her tail, she swam upward toward the shimmering surface. She broke through the water and drew a deep breath of cool night air. The moon hung overhead, a perfect silver circle, its light dancing across the waves. In the distance, Pirate Island came into view. Marina swam toward the warm, flickering glow of a campfire. She stopped just offshore, hidden behind a large rock. She could see them. Jake was polishing his wooden sword. Izzy was checking her pouch of pixie dust. Cubby studied a map. Gathering her courage, Marina called out, her voice clear and musical, "Jake! Izzy! Cubby!" The three pirates looked up, scanning the darkness. "It sounded like Marina," Izzy said, pointing toward the water. Jake stepped to the edge of the shore. "Marina, is that you?" "Yes, it's me," Marina called, swimming out from behind the rock. "I need your help." Jake, Izzy, and Cubby rushed to the water's edge. Bucky, Jake's faithful ship, bobbed nearby, ready for action. "Marina, what's wrong?" Jake asked, concern on his face. He noticed her necklace, once radiant, now barely glowing.
"It's Captain Hook. He came into my cove, dropped his anchor on the coral, frightened everyone, and tried to steal my necklace."
"No way," Izzy snapped. "That crooked codfish can't just take your things?" "Ah, coconuts," Cubby muttered. Marina explained everything: Hook's greed, the broken piece, the fading magic. "The whole sea is sad," she finished. "If the light goes out, the happiness goes with it." Jake steadied himself against Bucky's railing. "Don't worry, Marina, we'll help you protect your home." "But what can we do?" Cubby asked. Jake grinned. "We're not going to fight him. We're going to outsmart him." They gathered at the shore and formed a pirate plan, quick and clever. Izzy would create a distraction. Jake would sneak aboard the Jolly Roger. Marina and her sea friends would be ready to help. "Yo-ho, let's go," Jake declared. Marina dove beneath the waves, guiding Bucky across the dark water toward Hook's ship. Soon, loud snoring drifted across the sea. "Okay, team," Jake whispered. "Izzy, you're up." Izzy flew silently to the far side of the Jolly Roger and sprinkled pixie dust on an empty barrel. Instantly, it glowed and danced across the waves. Hook jolted awake. "What in the blazes is that?" he growled, stomping onto the deck. "A treasure ghost." "Smee!"
Lower the longboat, Beatats! Now! I can! Steady or walk the plank!
Marina clicked softly into the water. A friendly sea turtle, Sheldon, rose to the surface. Jake and Cubby climbed onto his back, and Sheldon carried them silently to the unguarded ship. Jake tossed a rope. It caught the railing. "Cubby, keep watch," Jake whispered. "If Hook returns, whistle 3 times." "You got it." Jake climbed aboard and slipped into the captain's cabin. There, on a red velvet pillow, lay the Magical Mermaid Necklace. Dark, dull. He scooped it up through Ainara and heard shouting outside. "It was just a barrel. Someone tricked us." Jake spun, too late.
Hand it over, you little bilter! That treasure is mine by right!
"Now, Marina," Jake shouted. Right on cue, a playful octopus launched from the sea. Splat! It wrapped around Hook's face. "Get it off! Get it off!" Hook shrieked. Jake ran for the railing. "Izzy!" Pixie dust sparkled. "Fly to it, Jake!" Jake lifted into the air and held out the necklace. "Marina, catch!" He tossed it. Marina leapt from the sea, tail shining, and caught it cleanly. A tiny spark flickered inside the gem. Small, but alive. Jake landed safely on Bucky as the octopus released Hook and slipped back underwater. Hook shook his fist, raging.
Ye scurvy dogs, you'll not escape the wrath of Capta!
They returned to the cove, as the first rays of morning stretched across the sky. The necklace still flickered weakly in Marina's hands. "Thank you," she said softly. "You're the best friends a mermaid could ask for." "But the light is still dim," she added. "Hook's greed hurt it more than I thought." Izzy brightened. "Your songs make the sea happy. Maybe the necklace needs your happiness to shine again." Marina understood. She closed her eyes and sang. A song of friendship, of home, of gratitude. Her voice flowed through the water like light. The spark inside the gem pulsed, then grew, brighter, warmer, stronger. Pink light poured across the cove, mending coral, clearing water, restoring color. Fish returned in a living rainbow. The shy octopus spun with delight. The necklace blazed brighter than ever before. From Bucky's deck, the pirates watched in awe.
Whoa, is that Marina's magic? Yes, the glowing cove! It's so beautiful.
When the song ended, peace filled the cove. Marina smiled, wine glowing once more. "It's all better now. You helped me remember how to make it shine." Jake smiled back. "That's what friends are for." As the sun climbed higher, they said their goodbyes, promising to return soon. That night, as the little sea creatures of the Neversea snuggled into their beds, a gentle, warm light filled the water. It came from the Magical Mermaid Necklace, shining brightly around Princess Marina's neck. She swam slowly through the peaceful cove, calm and watchful, her work as guardian complete. Marina found a soft patch of sea ferns. She curled her shimmering tail, rested her hand on the glowing gem, and closed her eyes. The adventure was over. Good friends had proven to be the greatest treasure of all, and the light of kindness had chased the greedy darkness away. Deep in the sparkling waters of the Neversea, Princess Marina and her magical kingdom drifted into quiet, happy sleep. If you enjoyed this story and would like to go on more magical adventures, subscribe and join us again soon. A new story is waiting for you every week. Sweet dreams.